afternoon, Yankee fans. How's everybody doing? We are live on Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to each and every one of our family. I hope you're having a great day. And I hope you're ready for a really nice interview with Super Bowl champion Michael BOLEY. And also, we will be doing the play-by-play live right here of the Mariners and the Tampa Bay Ray game at 7:30. So we'll have like a little break, and then we'll go into a new stream. A couple of things. Our play-by-play today is brought to you by Amart Supermarkets and in Brooklyn, and also Page Laundromat in Staten Island. So those are, thank you so much for sponsoring our game of the day, our game of the night, and of course the game here on Labor Day. So we appreciate that. I hope you guys got to see the short interview that I did a little while ago. I apologize that people got a little confused that there was no morning show this morning. And again, that if you are subscribed, you would have gotten a notification and all of that, and any other news. So that's why it's so important. Please subscribe to the channel. As I've been saying, we are now 43% of a lot of people, a lot of the audience watching us from start to finish, and they're not subscribed. It's so easy to do. You go, it's incredible. It takes 2 seconds to do this, and I really appreciate it if you do that. Remember, when we get to 500 subs, we will have a giveaway, third prize, second prize, and first prize. If you don't know it, the third prize is on our quiz will be $25. The second prize will be $50, and the first prize will be $100. And you could have that within minutes. Just download Venmo if you already have it, or download Zelle if you already have it. That's great. And some other notes. Now, tomorrow morning we go back to regular 8:30, coffee, bagels, omelets, whatever you like, and we go back to normal there. But our 4 o'clock pregame show of the Yankees Astros, we're going to have live with us former New York Yankee first baseman Doug Mankiewicz. Doug Mankiewicz is nice enough to come on. He's nice enough to answer questions. So there's a lot of things a lot of questions and all. Now the stream is up, guys, so you can go on the stream right now and ask your questions. And of course, I'll get to each and every one of you. That's very important. So, and I appreciate it. If you do that, makes our job easier and makes your question right out there. So, I would definitely like for you to, be here and also definitely ask your questions. I mean, you can do that tomorrow. It's no problem. But, why not get the head start? Why not get the head start? So I hope you guys had a great Labor Day. Let me know how it was. Let me know what you did today, guys. What did you have? What did you eat? Well, let's hear everything that you had today. Let me know. And believe me, I really missed you guys this morning. And I was so touched to know how many people actually forgot that we weren't on and we were coming on at 6 o'clock today. And I am so sorry. That's why I came on with a short. That's why I did that. So without any further ado, what I would like to do first is let's go to the scoreboard. As I'm getting to the scoreboard as of today, of course, no Yankee game at all, but we do have other games of importance. So let's get to it. The Nationals beat the Marlins 2-0. The Mets outslugged the Tigers 10-8. The Reds beat the Toronto Blue Jays, an important game for the Yankees. So the Yankees pick up a half a game, 5-4. The Red Sox won again. They beat the Guardians 6-4. The White Sox beat the Twins 6-5. The Astros beat the Angels 8-3. And the Athletics beat the St. Louis Cardinals 11-3. Let's check out first on the email. We have John Ferrazzo. How you doing? We also have Bob Rizzo. We have Anna. We have Caitlin. How you doing? Teresa, how are you? Happy Labor Day to each and every one of you. Jeff is here. Kevin is here. How's it going, everyone? If you do get a chance, come up to the chat. And if you want to ask Michael BOLEY something, you're more than welcome, as he is going to be on virtually soon. In the chat, I want to say hello to Charles. Good afternoon, Brendan, John K, Real Bill, Katie. How's it going? How's everything to you? How are you doing? Let's see who else is on here. Brendan. Let's see. Hi there. How are you? How are the Astros Yankees September 2nd? Let's see what else. First in the live stream. Yep. Hey, you are there, Katie. Thanks so much, Katie. How's everything? I hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I hope you're ready for a really nice show, and you're also ready for the play-by-play. So I really, I appreciate it. Let's see. Michael says, I stayed home today and spent a lot of time doing online surveys, which I do every day to earn some extra money. That's great, Michael. That's awesome. Awesome. That is great. I all for it, Michael. That's unbelievable. Keep it going. All right here we do have our play-by-play man, who's going to be giving you a great play-by-play later and at 7:30. And I want you to give him some love with the likes, and also subscribe to the channel, please. So let's bring Evan up. How you doing, Evan? Happy Labor Day to you and your family.
Hey, Joe. I'm doing great. Happy Labor Day to you, your family, everybody in the chat. Hope we're having a great weekend. And we're ready to call a game tonight.
So what's doing there, my friend? What's up?
Nothing much, just hanging out.
We missed the first time in a long time, the morning stream, and there were so many people that forgot, and they were all on there waiting. I felt really terrible about it, but I did come on as soon as I saw that, and to let everybody know that we apologize, but that's why they need to keep on the notifications and to get out of the regular chat and subscribe to the channel. That's the most important, and I can't stress that enough. And also, as you know, Evan, the ball game tonight is sponsored by two sponsors, AMart, and also the laundromat, Page Laundromat. So we give a shout out to them. Thank you so much. Who is playing tonight? I'm going to let Evan tell you, Brendan. Go right ahead.
So tonight we're calling the Seattle Mariners versus Tampa Bay Rays game. It should be an important game. Boston won earlier today, so we are now tied with them for the first wild card, and we're still about, I think, 2.5 games above Seattle. So we should be able to hopefully hang on to that. But tonight is an important game between the Mariners and the Rays, so we'll be calling that game for you guys tonight.
I also want to give a shout out to Ken from The Ugly Truth. He did the Houston Astro game this afternoon. Kudos to Ken and The Ugly Truth. So I just wanted to let everybody know about that. Also, everyone, you do know about tomorrow. Tomorrow we have our regular stream at 8:30 in the morning, and then at 4 p.m. for the pregame. We're going to be joined by Doug Mankiewicz, who played for the Yankees for a year and a half at first base, and who was a world champion for the Red Sox. So have your questions ready for Doug. The link is out for that. excuse me, the link is out for that. So by all means, go to it, ask your questions, and I will definitely get you involved with the questions and answers there. As far as Michael Boley, when he comes up, Evan, did you get to see him live? Did you, as a Giant fan, what did you think of the 2012 championship team?
Yeah, so I was 8 years old when we won the Super Bowl back in 2011, and he signed with the Giants in 2009. He played there for 5 years, so I do remember him being a critical part of that Super Bowl team. There were some injuries on the linebacker core back in 2011. I wasn't watching like the full season, but I strictly remember the playoff games, and he did play a big part in that Super Bowl run. And just that whole team really came together. It was a team defensive mentality. He stepped in, provided great depth, good leadership for the young guys, and the team just went on a roll. And the captain showed up, and everybody was a part of that team, and they all did great. So it was fun to see.
Yeah, and we have Brendan says, I'm an Astro fan. Okay, Brendan.
Welcome, Brendan.
Well, yeah, everybody's welcome here. Like I said, we do all different types of games. Anything that is very, very, very important to Yankees and the fans, we will try to give you not only updates, but we may do that play-by-play game. Brendan, I hope while you're in here, you think about subscribing. Really important. Please subscribe to the channel as we're looking to get to 500 subs, and we're looking to do it hopefully very, very soon. As we'll have 3 giveaways, as I've been saying, with quiz questions, and the third prize will win $25. The second prize will win $50, and the first prize will take home $100. And you'll get that immediately following that show. If you are nice enough to give a number to get in touch with you, download Venmo or Zelle, and you'll get the money within seconds. So please do that, everyone. But first, we got to get to 500 subs, and we need that 43%. I can't stress it enough. 43. That's a lot of people that are listening and watching this show and not coming to subscribe. It takes a second to come over to NY Yankee Mania, push the subscribe button, keep the notifications on, and you're all set. You're all set. You don't have to do anything else. Nothing else. It's that simple. It's as simple as winning $100. Come on, guys. Let's do this tonight. And let's show some love to Evan for calling the game, liking the game. Subscribe to us. We really, really, I had to subscribe button. Brendan, did you? I don't know if that means you subscribe, but if you did, thank you. I really appreciate it. Adrian, how you doing, Adrian? Welcome to the stream. I hope you remember to press the like button and subscribe. We are getting down to the nitty gritty for the 500 subs. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. I want to. NY Yankee Mania wants to give away this money. Let's get 500 subs. Score, how are you?
Yep, Soto carried the Mets today in their win. Grand slam.
Yeah, he really did. He's waking up.
A couple other RBIs, yeah.
Which I figured sooner or later he's going to be part of this team. Yeah, Adrian, the Jays did lose, and the Yankees picked up a half a game. So let's go over the standings at this point. So the Yankees are 2.5 games out of first place, tied with the Red Sox, but the Yankees have more percentage points than the Red Sox because the Yanks are 76 and 61. The Red Sox are 77 and 62. So they're both 2.5 games out. The Tigers lead the Royals by 9. The Houston Astros lead the Mariners by 2. Texas Rangers still crawling around 4.5 games out. In our wild card, so we have the Yankees and the Red Sox basically tied for the first one. And the second and the third is the Red Sox and the Mariners with the Texas Rangers only 2.5, the Royals only 3, and the Guardians 4.5. And still, you have Tampa still lurking around. It's incredible at just 5.5 games out. In the National League, we got the Phillies leading the Mets by 5.5. The Cubs, the Brewers lead the Cubs by 6.5. Also, the Padres are down on the Dodgers by 2 games. And the wild card, let's see what we have on the wild card. There we go. Okay, so we have the Cubs 4.5 games up in the first wild card. The Padres are 2.5 games up on the second wild card, and the Mets are 4 games up on the third wild card. So unless there's a dramatic change, everyone, I think the Cubs, the Padres, and the Mets are secure. I really do. That's just the way I feel. Evan, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I really do. The Cubs, 4.5 up. Yeah, they're probably not going to catch the Brewers, but yeah, I think they're secure. The Padres, yeah, and the Mets. I still honestly think there is a slight pathway for the Mets to maybe come back and win that division, but not a good chance for that. But I think for the wild card standings, they will definitely be the third wild card for sure.
Michael says, glad you're doing the stream tonight since you couldn't do this morning. I missed yesterday morning stream because I said before that when I do my grocery shopping. No problem, Michael. You're here. You're a big part of the show. I really appreciate it. So thanks so much, for being here. We are still waiting for Michael BOLEY to come on, and I'm sure he will. Remember, it's Labor Day, everyone. So, everybody's all over the place. Traffic is crazy. People are about starting to go home now. And, traffic is insane, especially here in New York City. It's incredible. So let's touch a little bit on this Yankee-Astros series. How important – well, first of all, remember what I said, Evan, on the stream. Even if the Yankees lost the game to the White Sox, that's not what I'm worried about. I want to win the first game against Houston because it's a telling factor. It really is a telling factor. And what they have to come back with a vengeance. There's no tomorrow. We have to keep going, as we know, and we have to show presence. And that's what a championship team is all about. You have to show it, period. I do see Michael below. I just want to make sure that he's ready. If he gives me the thumbs up, we will bring him up. We good. He's smiling, so it looks good. All right, everyone. Let's bring on a Super Bowl champion on Labor Day, man. We are very happy and proud to have him, and let's bring him up. He looks happy and ready to go. Michael, welcome. Happy Labor Day to you and your family.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Okay, how you doing?
I can't complain.
Well,
welcome, Michael.
Oh, also, of course, Michael, there's Evan and myself, Joe. Is going to be asking you a few questions. And I hope you don't mind a few questions from the chat because they're excited. They're excited to have you here. So, Michael, tell us what's going on right now. What have you been doing since you are a champion? And let's get that out of the way first. What's going on in the Michael BOLEY era right now?
Man, kids, man, spend a lot of time with the kids. My twins are 7. My second oldest is just started his senior season, football season over at University of Virginia.
Wow, nice.
So I just came back from there last night. So they play Coastal Carolina. So
cool. Michael, first question. So when did you decide, or how did you decide? Said, you know what? Saying it to your family, whatever. I can do this. I could be a football player. How did this all happen in your mind? And when did you really think this is going to be reality for me? When did that all take place?
I started playing when I was 7. And so that was the age when I was like, growing up, like that was my dream. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna make it to the league. I'm gonna play for however many years.
Hmm.
And for me, I never lost sight of that. Like that was what I wanted. And so up until like my first couple years of college, um, freshman year of college, um, first day or 2 days, I was actually playing receiver, and then that afternoon, the linebacker coach came and grabbed me and was like, "Oh, we're gonna try you at linebacker." And I was like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "I've never played linebacker before."
Yeah.
And so he was like, "We're just gonna try you here. If you don't like it, you can go back to offense." And in my mind, like I'm like, I know I'm not gonna like it. I'm like, I'll be back on the offense in no time. Nope, they kept me over there. And it was that moment, and I was like, for me, I'm like, I kind of put that idea of making it to the league kind of, an afterthought. I'm like, I'm just here. I'm gonna, enjoy school, get an education, and then, whatever. And then once I actually got to start my redshirt sophomore year, still didn't register to me. I was, I think end of year came. Linebacker coach comes to me and he was like, look, he was like, you made congratulations, you made first team all conference. And I was like, what's that? Like I just wasn't thinking about, being an all conference player. And he was like, yeah, you're one of the best linebackers in our conference. And I was like, oh. And it was that point that I was like, oh, so I might actually could, fulfill my dream just at a different position. And
Hmm.
so, just kind of took one thing led to another, and off I went.
Well, okay. So you started basically 2005 with Atlanta, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So how was the feeling there when okay, so you made it? Because this is what a lot of people the dreams are that listen. We have quite a few young people that watch that are either football or baseball players. And like, what is it? Your first step of stepping on in that Atlanta field or on the road, and you said, "Wow, you know what? I made it." How did that feel to you?
The first for me, the first time I made
Whoop.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's not that just is a glitch. This what happens on live
All
TV,
right.
folks.
We'll come
It's
back.
not us. I'm sure he'll be back. Might be a little mouth. He might have gotten a phone call. It might be something
Yeah.
with the line, but so Evan, do you have questions lined up for him?
I do have a couple. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. With that giant year, what do you remember from that giant year? While we
Well,
wait for Michael to come back.
I remember, they started off the season a little rough, right? They lost week 1. They bounced back, but overall the whole season was kind of an up and down year. And I don't think anyone really expected them to. Oh, he's back.
I hear you now.
Oh, yes. All right. Did we lose you there? Did you go for another championship? What'd you do?
I don't know. I was like, I saw you talking, but I couldn't hear you. And
No problem. So we're talking about you stepping on the field for the first time and you feeling what? How?
Man, it was like I was saying that, so then, Michael Vick was I used to play Madden a lot. So anybody who played Madden, you played with Vick. And so my big thing was like, wow, just actually seeing him in practice and the speed at which he ran, it was like it was crazy to see somebody at the running back position move that fast.
That's
and then
awesome.
and then I went on to first preseason game that year. We actually played in Tokyo, and I'm a backup. They brought me in. I'm just fifth round pick. I was the guy that I came in behind Keith Brooken, who at the time was coming off his fifth straight Pro Bowl selection. So I didn't have any high hopes of coming in and stealing a spot. So when I first got in the game in the first preseason game, Peyton Manning was still in the game. And I had a wow moment, like, wow, that's Peyton Manning. Like, I'm on the field with Peyton Manning.
Okay.
And
That's awesome.
yeah.
That is awesome. We have a couple of questions for you. How did it feel? Did you think that the Giants were going to go all the way? And how did it feel to you to beat the Patriots?
There was no doubt in my mind that we were going to go all the way that year. We had that.
What was different that year, Michael? What did you feel? Is there mojo on the team that you just said, this is it? This is because, I mean, you play once a week. So how do you keep a mindset, and how did you really realize that this was it?
Something just, that if most people know, throughout the course of that year, we had a lot of ups and downs. Mm-hmm. And then that Jets game, that just kickstarted us. It took that big play, when Vic caught the short pass and took it up our sideline for 6. That was huge. And it was just, and from that moment on, it was like, man, we got this. Like, there's nothing nobody can do to stop us. Like, we knew that we had the team, the lineup from top to bottom, and we knew that we had put in the work week in and week out. That didn't matter who we went up against, that we were going to fight and scratch and claw and come out with that win. And as far as beating the Patriots, how can you not be excited about that?
Yeah. What is the feeling of a Super Bowl champ? I mean, when that thing went to 0-0-0 that time, what went through your mind? I mean, it's got to be one of the most exciting things in the whole world.
There's nothing like it. It's, there's a lot of times when people go and there's a lot of, don't get me wrong, it's great to have the individual awards, but like having the, that ultimate team success, like winning a Super Bowl, because it's hard. A lot of people don't realize how hard that is, and for the Patriots to do it as many times they did, Tom Brady, especially him and Belichick, that's spectacular. Thinking back, that was the year we won was my 7th year in the league. And up to that year, I had only been to the playoffs once prior to that year and hadn't won a playoff game.
Wow. Okay.
And so it's, believe it or not, it's making it to the playoffs and actually winning. Like, it's hard, especially depending on, divisions you're in and stuff. Like, and the NFC East has always been, one of those divisions that's kind of up and down from year in to year out, as far as who's winning, who's going to be the team to beat and, and surprises. But, man, it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah. Evan, you got a couple of questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, Michael, I'm obviously a younger fan. I was 8 years old when you guys won in 2011. I still remember that day. I was really excited, and my first time witnessing my team winning a Super Bowl, so that was awesome. But I wanted to ask you about Tom Coughlin. What was your mentality having to play under Tom Coughlin, especially after having that reputation of being too hard on the players, and then obviously that season he kind of changed what he was doing with the players and with the coaches. What was your mentality, as long as with your teammates, about how he was going to coach you guys the right way?
You got to love it. Like, it's, he held everybody accountable. It really didn't matter who it was. It was, from the people working in the equipment room to the players, the coaching staff. He held us all to a higher standard. Yeah. Some people didn't like how hard he was on the players, but at the same time, you need that, because if guys aren't listening, you just kind of do whatever you want, whenever you want. Like, you're bound to fall apart at some point. And so for him, he was hard, but he was, especially that year we won the Super Bowl, like, I think he kind of realized at some point, was like, all right, I got to loosen up a little bit.
Right.
Because guys were, I'm not going to say some of his rules were bad. They were just, some guys kind of looked at him like, all right, come on now. Like, we're grown. Like, we don't need this rule. Like, can you be a little flexible here versus there? Mm-hmm. And I think he kind of did that down that back stretch for us. I think it kind of helped. I think it kind of helped with the team camaraderie. Like, with him being a little bit more lenient on some of the stuff with us, but also, making sure we still do things the right way.
Right.
You have another question, Evan, before I move on?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, obviously you played in the league before you got to the Giants, and then you kind of developed into a bigger role with the team as the season came down the stretch. As we mentioned, there were so many ups and downs that season. The big ones I remember: the Jets game, the Cowboys game with the Jason Pierre-Paul blocked field goal. That was an amazing win. So, how do you kind of reconcile being in kind of from a depth position to a leadership position and mentoring the younger guys, especially throughout the postseason run?
Oh man, that was that was a big change for me. So
Yeah.
coming into that season, I'd always had older vets in the linebacker room. And so I went from being kind of one of the not older guys to, I think that year, I think I ended up being the oldest guy in the room, even when Chase came back, Blackburn, me and Chase were the same year. But it was odd, we end up having, I think, 4 rookies in the room, 4 or 5 rookies.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, and for me, it wasn't that big of a difference just because I come from dating back to my college days. It was always the more you can know. And so I didn't mind like helping guys understand like what we were doing as a unit and as far as a defense. And so for me, I enjoyed, you know, helping the younger guys along the way. Okay, like as far as in the concepts of like this is how we're gonna do things. This is how we see certain things as linebackers and that kind of fits in our defense. And so pretty good deal.
Awesome. Okay, we have a question from Bob Rizzo. Bob asks, aside from the Super Bowl, and we know that was a great moment. What is there anything else that you're proud of that you could say maybe not as big as a Super Bowl, but is there anything what's the other thing you accomplished that you feel very proud of?
Man, besides the Super Bowl, really just making it. It's.
Well,
I know people know it's a small percentage of people that make it from college to the NFL. But like to actually be there and being blessed to play 9 years, like it's. I mean, a lot of guys make it, but then the average is what 3.2, 3.4 years the guys make it in the league. So for me, I'm very proud to say I played 9 years in the NFL.
Yeah, and you did. But I think one of the things, and this is from Ava, says, Michael, thanks for coming on. I'm a big Giant fan, but in reading your stats, I see that you had 699 tackles. That should be something you should be very proud of.
To be honest, I never really looked at my stats like that throughout the time that I played, and it was just something that I just never really thought about. Okay, I'm gonna pay attention to my stats. As long as we were winning, like that was really all I cared about.
Yeah.
I know. Before I got to the league, I used to look at my stats every week, man. I looking up in the paper, looking online, trying to find out, what were my stats for the year. But once I actually made it to the league, it was more so of me I was just happy to be out there and be playing. Like I said earlier, coming in playing behind Keith Brooklyn, like I didn't think I was gonna start as early as I did. And then we had Ed Hartwell was our middle linebacker, and he unfortunately ruptured his Achilles, and then boom. Linebacker coach calls me on Monday and was like, "Hey, just so you know, we're going to ask you to start this coming week." And I'm like, And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, they're going to because I was playing weak side, I'm thinking they're just going to move me up in the rotation and, move some guys around. He's like, but we're going to ask you to play strong side, which I hadn't done up until that point. I was just like, oh, okay. Like, I'm just gonna need a little bit of a refresher on that, on that side. And so I was kind of thrust into a role on the opposite that I had been up until that point. But it was I was just happy to be out there, man.
Well, not only that, and we have some sharp people here now. Natalie says, "Now wait a minute, you're being humble because you forced. What was this? Okay, I'm sorry. You forced 8 fumbles, and your recoveries was 9, and your interceptions was 8. How can you not be proud of that? How can you not say, my God, because that and now I'm saying it. That's a great feat, Michael. Come on. You are being very, very modest.
Man, to be honest, like some of those stats, it just didn't even dawn on me to like. I mean, I can remember times, here and there. Oh yeah, I did cause a fumble, or like the thing, like I caused a fumble against Tom Brady when we were at New England. Like, it's stuff that I do remember. I do remember. I think it was a Thanksgiving game. I want to say it was 2007. I was in Atlanta. I sacked Peyton Manning 3 times in one half.
So you do remember these things. Come on.
I mean, but certain things like actually the total number of like stuff like it just doesn't. I mean, I get reminded all the time of it was unfortunate that he got hurt, but I get reminded all the time about the hit on Romo.
You have a question from Jeff, an avid viewer here. Jeff says, how did it feel to share a stadium, the Giants and the Jets? Did you ever feel that you don't have your own identity? Or do you feel that when the Giants played their game? Because he says, I always feel that it is Giant Stadium. And it's not anything else.
Oh, there's no doubt. It was Giant Stadium. At no point ever did we look at it as we're sharing a stadium with the Jets. So like that wasn't how we viewed it. Like we looked at it as though it's Giant Stadium. We're just renting it out to the Jets every now and then.
Okay, awesome. Ava asks, when you're playing on Sundays, what is the meals like, and how do you prepare? How much do you guys eat? Do you eat a lot before the game, after the game, the day before the game? How does that go? And does that ever influence your play?
Really depends on the player. A lot of different people had different appetites, different diet regimens. Sometimes we get, you get linemen that are, they're very big. So they want to maintain a certain weight. So sometimes they might not eat too much, or like myself, I was lucky. Like I had a high metabolism when I was younger, and so I kind of ate whatever I wanted. I did pay close attention to make sure I didn't overeat before games, but for the most part, I kind of ate whatever I wanted. I mean, we did have, they did give us the healthy stuff. Before game, they're giving us like baked chicken, spaghetti, like it's a whole list of stuff. But it really kind of depends on they gave us a variety to choose from before games, and then especially throughout the week. They always had meals for us at the facility, breakfast, lunch. Most guys kind of fended for themselves when it came to dinner, but yeah, the meals were pretty good.
Out of all the teams you played with, what was your favorite team?
Giants for sure. Not to talk.
No, we know, that's
don't get me wrong. Like the Atlanta was good. Like I enjoyed my time there. I hats off to Mr. Blank. He is a phenomenal owner. I had no problem with him. I didn't really particular leave on good terms, just because I didn't have the best relationship with President Rich McKay when I left. Some of the coaching staff at the time, like we didn't mesh well. There was a lot of things that happened during my last year there that just weren't the best. So when I left, it was a sour taste in my mouth when I left. Let's just say that.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, you have the good times and the bad times, but you have so many good times to be proud of. That, I mean, it's like, and Super Bowl, is there. So how do you want to be? Now, here's another question. This is from a young Joel. Joel asks, how do you want to be remembered now that you finished playing, and what would you tell the little ones how to get into football, and how do you make your dreams come true?
What was the first part of that question?
How do you want to be remembered?
Oh, I don't. I would like to be remembered as somebody who always, put the team above self. Like I was always, willing to go above and beyond to make sure that we as a team were doing what we needed to do. So I guess I would say a selfless player. Like I didn't going to New York. The first year I was playing weak side linebacker, and then even kind of like in our nickel third down packages, I was still weak side linebacker. Antonio Pierce got his neck dinged up, and so he ended up missing the tail end of the season that year. And instead of them having someone else to fill that spot, I ended up filling that middle linebacker role in our nickel and third down situations. And so instead of, until I left, they didn't have anybody else to fill that spot. And so I did that for 3+ years. It wasn't a typical spot for me, but I mean, I made it work.
Yes, no, you definitely did. You definitely did. Now, what would you say to the young ones coming up for football player, and their parents are going, "No, you're not going to play football. It's too tough. It's too tough. I don't want to see you get hurt or have a brain problem or this or that." How would you describe that and talk to a child one-on-one? Stick with it and all of that. What would be your game plan for a youngster?
I mean, I see both sides of it, as far as, people not wanting their kids to play because of the physicality of the game and, head injuries. And, obviously it's not just the head injuries, knees and ankles and everything getting hurt. But it's part of the game. As far as the NFL is, as much as they want to make the game quote unquote safe, it's a physical sport. And it's tough to take the physicality out of football unless you take the pads off. That's, unless we're playing flag football, that's the only way to take the physicality out of it. But, as long as kids, they kind of know what they're getting themselves into, I say go for it. I never pressed my kids to, I never was on them about playing sports. My kid that's at Virginia now, when he was younger, it was he would always tell me, "Do you know what, Dad? I'm gonna play football next year." He wouldn't play. Then he'd say, "I'm gonna play next year." And I tell him, "Son, you don't have to play. I'm not forcing you to play. I'm I just want you to be active." So for me, what I would say for kids now is to be active. If you have any kind of sport at your school that you can do after school, do it. I told my kids, I feel like if you're coming home right after school, then I feel like you're in the wrong. Because when I was younger, I mean, I went from football to basketball. Once football season was over, I went straight into basketball. Once basketball was over, I had baseball. Then I played summer baseball, and I only had a little bit of time off from baseball till we were right back for 2 days for football.
Yeah, and before we give it to Evan for a question or two, Brendan in the chat says, "Do you like baseball?" And did you ever have no?
Baseball was my first love.
Okay. Who do you like?
So,
this is a Yankee show, remember? No, just
I'm a Braves fan through and through.
Okay, that's fine.
My dad's a diehard Yankees fan though, so we go back and forth about baseball all the time.
Oh, that's cool. That's great. That's great. Now, did you ever see yourself? I mean, what position did you play? What would you have accomplished? What would you like to have played in baseball?
Man, throughout everything, I think I played every position in baseball, and
even catcher.
I even caught at one point. But I love the outfield, center field, left field. Those are the main two things I played. But I pretty much played everything at some point during my baseball, and I played baseball from the time I was about 5 and through high school.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Evan, you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that Super Bowl against the Patriots. Obviously, the defense, you guys were dominating in that game. I remember Justin Tuck, Michael Strahan getting pressure all day on Tom Brady. You obviously had some very significant plays in that Super Bowl too. But I wanted to get your thought about when Mario Manningham made that spectacular sideline catch from Eli Manning. That throw was just beautiful. What was your thought going through your head there as that play was going on?
Man, it was a phenomenal catch.
Yeah.
And I felt so good about just us as a team and just the way we were playing. When he caught it, it was never a doubt in my mind that he caught it. I know they threw the flag, they wanted to review it. And in my mind, I remember looking over at the team and I said, I'm not even going to watch the replay. I said, I know he caught it. I'm not even going to look up. I said, I know he caught it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember sitting on the sideline just waiting. And sure enough, they come out and say, it was a catch. And I'm like, I knew it. I'm like, I knew it. I'm like, I don't even need to see it. Like in my mind, just every part of me was feeling it. I was like, that was a catch.
Wow.
Yeah. Amazing.
That is amazing. When you were playing and you were with the Giants, what was it like when you guys were playing the Cowboys?
That was, we didn't like them. Just, I mean, obviously, you're competing every week. All right, you're going against these different teams, but there was no doubt that we didn't like them. They didn't like us, and so we knew each and every time we played each other, it was going to be a battle.
Do you think it goes further than didn't like them? Is it part of the ownership? Is it all of that, or is it just plain out do not like each other?
I think it's a do not like. We just don't like them. I mean, at this point, a lot of people don't. I mean, because they're obnoxious. It's like you get these things every year. They say every year is their year.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, man. Like, you haven't been good since the mid-90s. Like, but then we have to hear it, and then the owner, he kind of pushes that narrative too. But what can you do?
What did you think of the big trade that they traded one of their superstars?
Man,
Shocking.
it's definitely shocking. I mean, it's good for Micah. That's for sure.
Right.
He got the payday that he wanted, and at this point, to just knowing, for guys going out there, and especially for Micah Parsons being the superstar that he is, for guys putting their bodies on the line week in and week out. These guys want to get paid. They're getting paid so much now, and that's just the way the salary cap and everything is.
That goes to show you, though, how would the Cowboys run? And this is just in general. How do you let a guy like that go? I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, they're looking to make a name again.
Well,
they're not, but the ego is there.
Yeah, Jerry's his own worst enemy. I mean, and you got to think about it, like not having a GM, somebody who can sit there and look at it, from the football side, professional side, say, look, this is a guy that we need. We need to keep this guy, or we can do without this guy. But having a guy like Michael Parsons doesn't just show up at your doorstep every day.
Right. And
so
I got to be honest with you, Michael. I from family members drilled me in to be a Cowboy fan. Okay, from New York, so you can imagine that. But I got to be honest with you. The owner is starting to make me change all narrative of the Dallas Cowboys. To me, he's really ruined the game. He's ruined the Dallas Cowboy image. See, there's a difference, a fine line of, let's say, George Steinbrenner with the Yankees than there was because George had people to tell him off. Say, if you don't do it this way, I'm out of here. Like Gene Michael. Gene Michael was I'm not sure if you know of the name or you know of the person, but he was the GM before Brian Cashman. And he told him, if you trade Derek Jeter or Mariano Rivera, I'm out of here. I am completely gone. Don't even bother me. I'm not listening to anything. But this guy's got nobody. Nobody could tell him anything. Well, and that's not right.
No, I mean, I was just talking to somebody about this the other day as far as how they do things down there. Because I think back to before Dak got his big payday, there was this controversy of them not really wanting to pay Dak, and I'm like, well, if you line his numbers up at the time for his first how many ever years beside Tony Romo's, Dak's stats were better, but you paid Romo. So given that numbers don't lie, you had to pay him. I'm like, what's there to even discuss? Whether you think he's better or not, his stats show that he's had a better start to his career than Tony Romo had. So why would you not pay him based on just the numbers alone?
No. And it's great for the Giants and everybody else in the East because they get weaker. And and I'll be honest with you, I've been a fan just about all my life, but it's swaying me because I've been dissecting everything and it's like, geez, what happened to this team? To me, it's almost an embarrassment to be a Cowboy fan. I'm sorry. That's the way I feel. And
that leads into.
And to be honest with you, I may be swayed to come to the Giants. So
come on board, Joe.
And people like you that come on the show have been so nice, especially on Labor Day, to take time. That means a lot. That means a lot to fans. It means a lot to me, Michael. And I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with what you're talking, what you're saying to the fans. And I can't thank you enough. I really can't thank you enough. And we would love to have you back to talk about maybe the Giants get in that nice playoff section. And but before we do let you go, I'd like to ask you this. What do you think? How do you feel this team is going to be this year?
Yeah.
And do they have a shot?
You know what? I think time will tell. There's a lot of new pieces. We've for a long time. It's crazy. I think back to I think it was the 2014 season.
Mm-hmm.
Giants went, I think, 10-6, missed the playoffs.
Right.
But with a subpar offensive line at the time. And we haven't addressed that issue really. We brought in some guys here and there over the last few years, but they were either, some of the guys we brought in were past their prime. There were some noticeable name guys, but, past their prime. And so I think for the Giants, I think that's going to be our biggest question mark is have we fixed that? Obviously I think we're still, I don't know. I mean, I have to be honest, we have made some questionable decisions over the last few years. I mean, you think about what was the safety we let go.
Xavier McKinney.
Nope. For him. He went to Washington.
Landon Collins.
I'm seeing him, but I can't remember.
Landon Collins. I mean, why would you not? For him, I mean, we could have franchised him and got some picks for him if we were just going to let him go.
Well, one thing I can tell you, guys,
you let Saquon go. You know what I mean? This is for me. Like, see, as I know you feel it as a Cowboy fan. Questionable decisions, but here we are. As a Giants fan, we have made some questionable decisions over the last few years, and it's like, what are we doing?
To me, I just want to see us be competitive against teams like the Eagles, some of the better teams in the league, even the Cowboys. I mean, we haven't beaten Dak Prescott since 2016, I believe, and we haven't beaten the Eagles away since 2013. I mean, that's a long time. We need
that's
to
one team I could never root for. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The Eagles. I feel like the Eagles fan. I think Eagles fans might be worse than Giants. I mean, than not Giants, but Cowboys fans. Eagles fans are obnoxious. I went to a Cardinals game. A buddy of mine had some season tickets out here, and I went to a Cardinals game a couple of years, like 2 years ago, I think, and they played the Eagles. And man, the Eagles won the game, and the fans were so obnoxious. They were acting like they lost,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, how are you like this? Like, this is horrible.
Wow. No, I mean, it's not good for the game. I mean, yes, the league wants to see the Cowboys successful, the Eagles, the Giants, the 49ers, people like that. But, it's very, very hard if you're egos. I mean, is it egos, or do you know how to run a team? If you don't have a GM, how can you possibly run this team? You can't be, in my opinion, an owner, a GM, master of everything, and then decide, you know what? Let me get rid of my best player.
Yeah.
I mean,
See, I'm like you. I can't like the Eagles, but I do. They have, just over the years,
yeah,
they've done a phenomenal job of building rosters.
They have really good.
This is dating back to when my first year in the league. They would turn around. They would pay their young guys. If they saw that their young guys were doing really well, they would pay them early so that by the time obviously the cap was a little different back then. But I think the Eagles draft class, I think my rookie year, from my rookie year, I think 4 or 5 out of their guys' rookie class got new contracts their second year because they ended up starting their first year. Didn't do great, but did well enough to get a contract. And so by the time this person makes a Pro Bowl the next year or the year after, they're already paid. And they're looking at like, oh, well, I don't have to give him a new contract because he's already got one.
wow. Yeah, no, it's absolutely crazy. But bottom line is, I believe the Giants are going to do well. And Evan can tell you, when I say a prediction, guess what? You got to listen to our shows when we're doing a baseball game, and then I could close the set, and the guy's hitting a home run because I said he's hitting a home run. It comes up, and it's absolutely crazy. And to be honest with you, I knew the Giants were going to win that year. When you guys started, there was magic. You could just see it. And you guys were so close together team that, to me, it was like the closest team that I saw with the Yankees of '98. There wasn't anything better because there was a togetherness. You guys were on all sports shows all over the place and so confident and so realistic that, it was amazing. So we tip our hats to your team that won it and made New York relevant again.
Yes, thank you.
And that was amazing. We needed it. They needed it at the time, and you guys came through. And we can't, we just can't thank you enough.
Yep, of course.
We appreciate it.
No, because it's the truth. But what we really, really like is, as we get into the season, Michael, if you wouldn't mind coming back to us. And
just give me a shout, man. We'll talk.
I really appreciate it. Well, first of all, we want to give a shout out to Nitin and Sports Rush for bringing you on.
Yes.
That was amazing. He is fantastic. He has he's away right now. He'll be back, I think, tomorrow or the next day. But he gives his best wishes to you. He thanks you for coming on, and we definitely can't thank you enough. And is there anything that you like to tell the fans right now about anything, the Giants, yourself, anything you're doing or whatever you'd like? Please feel free to talk about it.
Man, one thing for the Giants fans: make sure you show up this season. I know as players we do appreciate the support. If we do get down, bear with us. We are a work in progress.
We're there through and through.
Other than that, if you guys do get time on Saturdays, if you get the channels, make sure you check out on the ACC network. Check out the University of Virginia. My son, his name is BOLEY. He's number 52, starting left tackle. Go Hoos. Check him out. He's there. He's doing great. team had a good first win yesterday, and hopefully they're going to build on that for the rest of the year.
Well, we'll definitely keep an eye on that.
Hopefully he'll be suiting up for the Giants one day.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that make Daddy proud? That would make you proud, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, and again, yes, we wish him all the luck in the world. God bless him. God bless you and your family. And I can't thank you so much for coming on a Labor Day where everybody's with family and all, and everybody watching here. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And like I said, that was so nice of you to take some time. And we'd really love for you to come back. We really would.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, just let me know, and I'll come back and join you guys.
Before you go, if we do, we are planning on doing some football games. Do you ever maybe sit in the background and be and comment on some of the game? If we let's say do a Giant game.
Yeah, if I do believe I can do that. I don't think my schedule's too busy, but yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fans would love it, and to have you as a Super Bowl champion with us, oh my God, Michael, that would be amazing. So we'll be in touch with you then. That would be great. Let's say, how about we do a Giant Cowboy game? How's that?
I know, right?
You'll probably be the lead announcer, so go ahead. You have full reign. Don't worry. Oh, that would be great. So we'll be in touch with you, and yeah, we'll let you know any given Sunday you could give us what we're doing, or maybe a Thursday when they have a Thursday game, and we'll try to do the Giants. If it's not the Giants, then we'll see. But it'll be something that I'm sure you will enjoy. And if you could do it, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Great. Well, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your Labor Day, you and your family. God bless you,
right,
and God bless your son. Let's go, let's go, let's go. He's going to do well.
Thank you, Michael.
All right, thank you.
Have a great day, Michael. We'll see you soon.
Day.
Take care. Thank you. All right, you heard it here, everyone. Well, Michael BOLEY was possibly changing me over. Not going to be easy, but I am, Evan, I got to tell you, I'm very disappointed with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And I listen, I'm not 20, I'm not a young pup, but I can tell you that I am sick to my stomach with how the organization and I'm a little embarrassed that the Yankees are involved with them. I don't like it now. I'm starting to get really annoyed.
I mean, you've seen the championships. You've seen, I bet, 4 of the 5 championships from the Cowboys.
Yes.
So it's just like the Yankees. You have that relationship, and you want to see them succeed.
I want to see them succeed, but I got to tell you, Evan, I'm very embarrassed. I mean, how do you let a superstar? I mean, I understand, people come and go, but you let a guy like that for your ego, and everybody knows it's for the. It was definitely for his ego, and that's baloney. I'm sorry. Michael says. The Michael BOLEY interview was fantastic. Thank you, Michael. I really appreciate it. Hey, tell that to Nitin, because the more you guys tell Nitin, the more we're going to get. But you know what? A lot of these athletes that come on here, they actually they do tell him that we do and I got to be honest with you guys, we do it. I do it off the cuff. I just look at the stats. That's it. I don't dissect anything. I wing it, and I'm kind of proud of that. Thank you, Michael. Great interview. I appreciate that, guys. I really, really do. And Evan too. Evan, you're coming along great with these interviews.
Thank you.
And you know exactly what you want to say when you want to say it. And yes, Michael, Nitin does do a great job booking us guests, and we have another one tomorrow. Doug Mankiewicz, who played first base for the Yankees, and he won a world championship with the Red Sox. So that's going to be a lot of fun. His take on being a Yankee for at least a year. Actually, I think he played 73 games with the Yankees that year he was picked up. So there's a lot going on here, guys. But also, again, we want to thank Michael. But we want to talk a little bit about this game coming up now. Remember, everyone. Now there will be a different stream, guys. We are going to take a little bit of a break in a few minutes, gather up our thoughts, and get ready. There will be another stream for this. So don't make your questions or anything, or don't get in one place, because we're going to come back with another stream, and that will be in about you'll have about 20 minutes. Go have a cup of coffee, go have some dessert, and then come and give us some love with play-by-play, and subscribe, please. And again, the like button, that is very important. You know, some people, they'll subscribe, but there's no like button, or they'll like and there's no subscribe. They come together. They're both free. And we really, really need that. We need that for the numbers. We need that for more content. And as you could see, we're giving more and more and more. And we want to get to that 500 before the season's over, guys. It's just about less than 50, if not 50. But let's do it. We can do this. Michael says, Joe, if the Yankees make the playoffs, you're going to do play-by-play? We'll see. We'll see. You know, it all depends. We're definitely going to do pregame, postgame, and every which way. But yeah. Ken from The Ugly Truth is going to be doing that mostly. And if he can't, and he's nice enough to give it off to us, then yes, we will. If we don't do the Yankees, we will do another team that we may play. We'll do that to keep everybody abreast, and you'll know who's the easier team, who's the harder team, and all of that. But you will get play-by-play here, one way or the other, and we'll also have round discussion talks, which you, the stream, the chat, will get involved with. And all you have to do is contact the show, give me a number to reach you, and we will put something together. We'll have a round-the-table discussion with the chat as we get closer, or even when we already know who the playoff is, if the Yankees are lucky enough to get in. So you guys are going to be a big part of NY Yankee Mania. Trust me when I tell you that. And you know that. So, I really, really, and like Charles says, subscribe and press the like button. You got to do that, guys. We really, really need it. We need to play good in the 3 games. Yeah, I wanted to touch that before we go. Guys, it's nice that you're saying, what the Yankees are going to do. But can we give them a little bit of credit, a little kudos? If they're not ready for this, then they deserve to lose. But to turn around, and as I was talking to Michael, I saw 4-8. 3-11, 3-7, 3-3. I mean, no, 3-9. No way. If the Yankees are for real, they are going to be at least 7-5. 6-6 is the least. I'm calling for them to be 3 games over 500, and that's a successful road. Because after that, it gets easy. It gets very easy. No excuse. Yeah. But if the Yankees can't get up, if the Yankees go 4-8, then they deserve what they get.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You should not aim that low. If you're a big Yankee fan, you've got to aim high. You can't aim low. I know it's been all year but you know what? They are 14 games over 500. So either which way you look at it, we're going to the playoffs.
This is our test, guys. It's our test. We're facing the Blue Jays are obviously better than us, and we know the Tigers are. But if you look at the Astros and the Red Sox, we're pretty much even with both of those teams, and we can definitely take at least 2 of these series. So it's really
right. And Michael says 6-6 won't. Michael, I said this from the start. I don't care if we don't get into the division. We're in the playoffs with what? The final 8. Whatever we are, we're in there. It doesn't matter. The Yankees got first place last year. Did they win? No. It doesn't matter. They stay more crisp if they play more games. I don't care about first place. I really don't care. I want to get into the playoffs, and anything goes. Do I want to be the last wild card? That I don't want. But the other one, I don't mind. I don't care about. First place is nice. It didn't get him a World Series. But once you're in there, anything is possible. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Michael, don't expect the Yankees to blow out anybody in the next 12 games. We're not
You don't
talking,
have to.
Michael, you're right. I'm not, but they got to show up.
Yeah.
They have to have some confidence. I mean, listen, if the Yankees win 7 games out of these next 12, are you guys going to be happy? Are you guys, because if the road gets easier.
Yeah.
Give this team a chance. They overloaded the team with 11 players July 31st. It's only September 1st. Right, just get into the playoffs.
We're going to get in.
Michael.
We're going to get in, guys. But we have to see how we play.
That's what's wrong with baseball. You play a full season. The best 2 teams don't get in, right? What is the season all about? Yeah, Richard, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That's why, to me, it doesn't matter. Look in hockey. It doesn't matter if you're the 1st seed or the 8th seed. If you get a hot goalie and a little bit of defense, you're going to the finals. If the Yankees get pretty good pitching and they get some timely hitting, they're going places. This is not a rinky-dink team. They're good on paper, guys. They are great on paper. Now they got to do it. They showed some fight in these last 7 or 8 games. I don't care who they played, and you know that. But please, give them a little kudos, a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Michael goes, remember when we won the division last year, won the pennant, and made the World Series, and they still lost? Exactly. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying, guys. So anyway, last thoughts, Evan, before we take a little break, and then we come back at 7:30 for the Mariner game against the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah, guys. Thank you for coming on with us during this great interview with Michael BOLEY. It was awesome. Thank you for your questions, comments about the Yankees as well. So that's great. So we'll see you guys in about 15 minutes for the Seattle Mariners Tampa Bay Rays game. Join us for that. We'll talk more about that. We'll talk more about the Yankees. We'll talk about anything you guys want. So come join us. Thank you, Joe. And thank you, Nathan, of course, for allowing me to come on. It was great. See you guys in a little bit.
Yes, and also I want to add, because we really care about you guys, and we did feel a little bit bad about you guys not remembering that we didn't have a stream this morning. We are going to do a post game sort of show to go with the Astros. George from Swinging with the Fences is going to be coming on. I'm sure Evan, if he's not out of the full play-by-play,
I'll be here.
And myself, and you never know, a few more surprises. So after the game, we'll keep the same stream though. After the game, with maybe a 2-minute breakup, we will dissect the Yankees, Astros, and the Yankees moving forward. So that's my little gift to you to say thank you and very, very sorry that we did not come on in the morning, but it could not be helped. And again, if you subscribe and you press the notification button, notification's very important. That will keep you abreast of what NY Mania is doing all the time. You will get the notification. You will get to know the lineups, what we're doing, we could add a guest like that, just like man, forget about it. So please subscribe to the channel, and we really appreciate it. We will see you at 7:30, guys. And Evan will be calling the game. I will just keep you abreast of what's going on around the league and all of that. I can answer some questions, and we may have some surprises in between. And again, I really appreciate it. And again, the ball game is sponsored by 2 different sponsors, and we really appreciate it. Amart, and of course, our laundromat, Page Laundromat. Thank you so much, and we will tell you a lot more at 7:30. So give it a break, guys. A new stream is coming, and we will see you at 7:30 with the play-by-play of Tampa against the Mariners. And I guess we have to say, let's go Tampa. Right, Evan?
Let's go Tampa.
There you go. All right, guys. See you in about 20 minutes or so. Have a good night.